Welcome back to Beginner Bushcraft and Survival with Jim. And today we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to be making matches that are waterproof, strike anywhere. We're going to be making super matches with UCO storm matches. And this is my kitty, my bush kitty, right here. She's very cute. Say hi, kitty. Okay, back to the video. I'll tell you a little bit about these matches. These are strike anywhere. These are wrapped in cotton balls. Cotton balls roll out, if you didn't know that. They kind of roll them up, and it's wrapped in wax hemp, and they strike anywhere, so they're waterproof. They're totally waterproof, and these are just regular matches. You can buy them real cheap. Like I said, this isn't an expensive little project. You need some cotton balls, a little bit of wax, and maybe some cotton thread would work. Actually, I know it would work. Cotton thread would work great because you dipping them in wax. It's a UCO storm match. It's wrapped in cotton balls and wax hemp. These are regular matches, but they're all waterproof. All waterproof. I'll dip them right in there. Waterproof. And it's got your fire starter built right in. The fire starter is built right in. I got a ceiling fan on right now. So these things are a fire starter and a combustion device all in one. So this will light your fire. You don't need an additional cotton ball of Vaseline or, fire plugs or anything like that. And this will burn for about 5 minutes. This goes for a long time. I'm in the house, so I'm not going to let it burn. Actually, you know what? We're just going to leave that there for now and let that burn. Okay, so that's the regular matches. The strike anywhere matches I like better because I like these the best out of all three because you can strike them on anything. You don't need a striker. In a survival situation, you're not using the ferro rod. You're using something like this, if you got it. Because you don't want to mess around with ferro rods if you're all cold, wet, or whatever, if you're in a serious situation. So I'm not going to let that one burn. It's the same type of match. And this is the storm. I'm not going to do this one because it's going to burn for a long time. This burns for about 10 minutes. But I'm going to do one of these UCO matches right here and show you what it does. Okay, so watch. That's going to burn. Watch. Underwater. Totally underwater. Comes back on. Underwater. Back on. I mean, these things, they don't go out. Okay, so that's the project we're going to do today, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll get my wax going. I'm not going to bore you with it. It's just heating wax over a stove. I use a little tin pan, like the little pie pans, and that works just fine. So while we're heating the wax, what you do is you get a cotton ball, and you go like this. You unwind it. Normally takes 2. So you grab 2. I'm only going to do this with one type of the matches just because they're the same thing, but I'll show you how it's done with both matches. So what you do is you get 5 matches. You can use as many matches as you want. I just picked the number 5. So, do it according to what you guys want to do, You and your kids, you and your husband, you just by yourself. This is a fun little project. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take this wax hemp or cotton thread. Either one will work. I like the wax hemp because it sticks to itself. It adheres to itself because it's got wax on it. And you just wrap the match. You just wrap the match. And from here, we're going to be dipping it in the wax. So I'll show you how to do it with the UCO. I take 3 of these UCOs, and I do the same thing. I get them like that. I get them like that, like a triangle. And I just wrap them up. Yeah, and it's 11:56 and that thing's still burning. That thing's still burning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up the UCO storm match. Same way I did the other one. You don't have to be fancy. You just want to get it kind of tight for the wax so it doesn't move around. And what you do with the UCO is you go like this. Get some duct tape or some not scotch tape, masking tape, and you just go over the match like that. I just cover the top. That's it. Just like that. And when you dip it in the wax, it tends to stay away. I've only done this one time, but it worked out great for me last time. So what you do is you get a pair of pliers. This is my wax right here. Dipping it in there. Roll it in there. I just did a little bit of wax because you know what I mean? I already have a bunch of these made. So I'm only going to do one of each. Here's the other one. And here's the other one. You just dip it in the wax. Get that top of the head on the matches, not the Yuko matches because it's got the duct tape. But on this other match, you want to get the top of the head so it makes it waterproof. As I've already shown you. And you just put them on some parchment paper. I think it's better than anything else. The parchment paper works the best. Saran wrap. You want to wrap up this storm match, the Yuko one, in saran wrap. And what I did is I put it in the freezer. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'll bring this back and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so the matches are done. They're all hardened and everything. And you just take the saran wrap off. You don't have to take the saran wrap off either because it's flammable. So it's actually part of the fire starter. I like to take it off just because I like to look at it, whatever. And then you just take this duct tape off. Hold on, yeah, here we go. Take the duct tape off. It can be a little tricky. But as you can see, the matches have no wax on them. They're all set. And just to show you, I will light them. Now this thing's like a torch. This thing's a torch. Oh shit. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Shit. Don't get that on camera. Alright, get that on camera. Okay, so after that was crazy. I didn't know it was going to do that. I had not tested one of those yet. But yeah, that just filled my whole house with smoke. So don't do that inside with those matches. Those are the Yuko Storm matches. Yeah, that was a mistake. So, like I said, this is the one that I just made. I'm going to dip it in the water. And there it goes. Oh. And there it goes. Striker Anywhere matches. Alright, so now we're going to get to the survival kit. And I'll show you guys what the contents of that are. 6 by 4 by 4. So, I'm going to show you what's in it. This right here is a survival poncho. It's the thermal mylar survival poncho. And I did this instead of the mylar blanket because if you're trying to walk somewhere or if you're just sitting down, the mylar blanket doesn't cover you totally. And if you have to hold that thing like that, it just gets to be a pain in the ass. I know you could you put a piece of string in it or tape it with your duct tape that you should have on you. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. So what we got in here is a cotton bandana used for filtering water, can be used for first aid, can be used for making shock cloth, which I will do in a video. It can also be used for just wiping the sweat away. Cotton bandana is a really good thing to have with you. Here we got the Timane water filter straw. This, you can drink dirty water right from the source, right through the straw, or I did put a bag in here so you can fill up the bag and suck out of that. But you can do 1,000 gallons, and this will give you fresh, clean drinking water in a survival situation. This is an added bonus. This isn't one of the 10 C's, but this is a survival bath. This gives you, I think, 300 calories. It makes you so you don't need to drink too much water with this. So, yeah, this is a really good survival thing. Fire lighting. Survival storm matches. The ones I just did, they're in here in a waterproof case. There's a striker in there, and there's an extra striker in there. Vaseline and cotton balls. One of the best fire starters they make, or I can make, or actually that anybody makes. These are great. I also got, if you saw my last video, I had a plastic guitar pick. This is a Wazoo survival card. This is made of the same stuff. This stuff lights up like crazy. This will burn like so hot, really hot, and it's very easy to light. In a survival situation, I do have a ferro rod in here, but in a survival situation, you'll be using your matches and the cotton balls or the Wazoo. But I did include a beefy 6-inch ferro rod with scraper. I'm going to see if it works. Yep, it works just fine. Like I said, these are a lot of fun. You should learn how to use these so you know how to do it. If you do get this kit, you should use these Vaseline and cotton balls with this ferro rod and ignite them. It's a lot of fun. So I gave a lot for fire starting. I gave more fat wood. Fat wood you just cut down and process and make it into little chips or make a feather stick, which is just carving little curls, and that stuff ignites really easy. It'll ignite with a ferro rod. And to do that, I included this knife. Sharp as hell, be careful. It has a serrated edge, and a lot of people don't like serrated edges, but in a survival situation, this thing will stay sharp for a long, long time. This serrates. It's very hard to dull those, so I did include that. Duct tape. Duct tape is good for fire starting. It lights, ignites really well. It's good for first aid. It's good for making flagging tape for like waypoints. So if you're in a survival situation and you need to leave that area for water and like maybe firewood, you take a piece of this, you hang it from a tree, and you can go as far as you can see that. You don't want to go farther than you can see that. And if you do have to go farther, you take another piece and put it on a tree. And you keep continuing in that direction, or the direction where you can see your tape. And that's what that's good for, in first aid. And just, you can even use this in building something. This is a 4-hour candle. You can use this with this, Mylar, poncho, and make your own microclimate right inside that poncho. Just hold that candle there. This will burn for 4 hours. So you would only be lighting this at 10 minutes at a time because it's going to get so hot in there. And the absolute #1 survival rule is never get wet. That includes sweat, rain, anything. #1 survival rule, never get wet. So if you do start to sweat, if you were using this, God forbid, in a survival situation, never sweat. This is also good for fire lighting. You stick the candle under the wood, this will get anything going because this will burn for 4 hours. And this thing's jammed in here, so it's going to be jammed when I give it to you. This is bank line. This is about 25 feet of bank line. So if you did have to tie up some type of survival shelter, if you got some branches and some leaves and you had to tie something up, that's cordage. I included a canvas needle with cotton wax thread. And it's, if you have a ripped jeans or a ripped shirt or ripped jacket, you could make a quick repair with this because a ripped article of clothing lets in a lot of air. These, some people might laugh. These are folded paper sunglasses for snow blinders. Snow blind. That's a real thing. If you're walking in a survival situation and it's snowing out and it's bright sunny or even partly sunny, you will go snow blind. So I included these. What else do we got there? Also, a mosquito net. If you're in a survival situation and you got mosquitoes buzzing around your head, biting your head all night, you will be miserable. So I included this. So that's for the summer. Yeah, that's for the summer pretty much. I included a pencil and a sharpener and Post-it notes. So if you had to write yourself something, like a little map or something, and I include the sharpener because it's not sharp, I had to cut this to fit into the thing. And you can also use these as a waypoint. You could stick these to trees. If you had to make your way down like through the woods and you didn't want to get lost again, you could use these. Or you could write a message to somebody that you headed this way, or put a message on your car even, like, I broke down, here's an emergency whistle. Because if you're in an emergency situation, you do not want to be screaming. That'll go real quick. Your voice will go real quick. Actually, I was talking a lot yesterday, like talking loud, and my voice is kind of going, so. But this whistle will save your life. If there's somebody looking for you, this will carry way farther than your voice. So I included that. I included some zip ties. Again, if you needed to build some type of structure to keep yourself warm or keep out of the rain, the poncho is going to do a lot of that, but you know what I mean, if you want to get out. All right, so that does that for the inner pockets. This is a 1 liter stand-up Whirlpool bag. And this is aqua tabs. You take 2 of these, put it in this Whirlpool bag of dirty water, and this will make the water clean. Naturally, you want to take your cotton bandana, filter it into that bag, get out the heavy sediment, and then you put your tabs in there and you'll have safe, clean drinking water. You know, water, food, shelter, fire, and cover. That's what you need to survive. We got that all here. The cover is the mylar poncho, but we got all those covered. This again, just for fire lighting, just because I like to have a redundancy when it comes to fire. I included an elastic if you had to, like, you know, put up your hair or something if you're a woman. And then we got one more pocket. I included 2 flashlights, candling devices. Now I only included 2 of these because I included 2 of these because they're cheap, but this thing will last you, you know, three hours, and this will get you through the woods. They're not very bright, but I included 2 of them. I mean, it's very hard to get this stuff into this bag because there's so much. I also included super glue for first aid. If you get a bad cut, this has been used for a long time for first aid in the military. So if you get a cut, you squeeze it together, that super glue will hold that wound together. I also included some wire saw. So if you're trying to process some firewood or you're trying to make some type of survival shelter, this will work. You don't want to go like this. You don't want to go like this around a tree. You want to spread your arms wide and go as straight as you can. Otherwise, this will bind up a lot. More duct tape, because you always can use more duct tape. These are the expandable towels. These expand to about, I think they're 8x6 when you put a little bit of water on them. So that's good for sanitary reasons. I also included a mirror, because if this is going to be flashing light for signaling, or if you get something in your eye, that's a real problem in the survival situation. If you got something in your eye and you can't see it, this is a good thing to have. And I also included a button compass that does work. I have tested it many times. It does work. You got to remember to keep it away from metal. If you're going to use this, you want to place it on a tree or a stump and just keep it away from any metal that you may have, and this will give you an accurate reading. And when you're using this compass, you're not using it to navigate out of there. You're more using it to navigate, like if you go somewhere, you don't want to walk in circles, because a lot of people in a survival situation, because your dominant foot will bring you in a circle. So most people end up walking in circles in a survival situation. This will prevent you from walking in circles. You know, if you want to walk, say, due east, you know to look at this and to keep walking due east. North is that way, east is that way where I live. So I want to keep walking that way. And you're not going to start walking in circles. You just keep following the compass. Like I said, it's not for land navigation, it's for not getting lost. So this is a good item to have. And the bag has a shoulder strap for convenience, so you don't have to carry it. Just like that. You put this in your car. That's what you do with this. If you go on a walk in the woods, you take it with you, but you always have your car nearby. Most people do. So where I like to keep, I have several survival bags that are a lot bigger than this, but I keep one in my car at all times because I'm always near my car, and you just want to keep it there. It's the best place to keep it. So now we're going to do the giveaway. How I did it was I cut up the number of subscribers, which was 396 the last time I checked, and I put it in a bag, a Ziploc bag. And I'm just going to pick out of here who's the winner. So I'm not going to look. This will be a real small piece of paper. I'm just going to make sure I grab one. Hold on. I got one. And the winner is $285. Now, I don't have a list. I do have a list of names, so I'm going to count it out right now. I don't have it printed out, so I got to go on my YouTube page. So I'm going to count out the numbers, and I'll be right back and tell you who won. A little bit about the survival kit giveaway. If you have a YouTube account that's private, I can't see your name as a subscriber with me. So I don't mind if you keep it private, but if you want to win a prize, you know, and the chances are really good of winning prizes right now. So if you want to have a chance of winning the prize, you gotta have a public YouTube page. So you gotta be able to see. I gotta be able to see your name. But anyways, we picked. Me and my son repicked. We did all the numbers again, and the winner was Janelle Webb, and I happen to know her. Congratulations, Janelle, and I will personally deliver that to you. I'll contact you on Facebook, and I'll let you know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a way to make matches. Like I said, make them into fire starters. They burn a long time. I hope you enjoyed the survival kit, and I hope you subscribe because I'd like to give another one of these away. So please subscribe. So I just wanted to say to everybody that subscribed, shared my video, it really helps if you could share it, you know, anywhere, your Facebook page, anywhere. I got over 350 new subscribers. I'm almost at 400, and I have over 1,600 views, all with your help. I appreciate it. Keep sharing that video, and I'll see you on the next one.